everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. I am going to try to get some crafting done here today. As you can hear, my throat is still really weird. I actually been sleeping the last couple nights, so I feel a little bit better. Coughing's kind of settling down a little bit now, so I'm going to try to get a little crafting done here today. I'm going to be using these two wood slices. I got these at Dollar Tree. They're a little bit different sizes. They had a bunch of these, but they, none of them were exactly the same size. So I got one that's a little bigger, one that's a little smaller. I thought these would be really cute Christmas decorations. I'm going to use this pretty little angel napkin. These napkins I got from decorationapkins.com. I got these a while ago, and then I have the Santa one. I think I used this, my voice is driving me nuts. I think I used this one for a different DIY, maybe on my coasters. I do believe I did do my coasters with these. I love this napkin. So that's where I got these two napkins from. You can order like 1, 2, 3, whatever, how many napkins you want. And they're like, I don't know, 80, 90 cents, something like that a piece. So that way you don't have to buy a whole pack of napkins if you don't want them. But I'm going to flip you guys down here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, figured I would do it over here on this table because, well, I don't have my desk cleaned off yet. That's a whole nother story. But I have a little bit more room here to work. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of white paint on here. I'm going to be using Waverly's Snow White chalk paint, whatever you have, it doesn't matter. And the only reason I put a layer of the nice white paint on here is because when you put your image on this, darker wood, it doesn't show up as pretty. So, if you just have, it's just one layer, you don't even need a whole bunch on here. So I'm going to try to carefully just get a coat of this white paint on here. I don't want to get it on this raw wood edge because that's really cool. But I'm going to be sanding off around that edge anyway when I get the image on here. This wood's really soaking it up too. So that's what I'm going to do with here. So after I get these two painted with this one coat of white paint, then we'll come back and show you the next step. Alright, step 2 now that we got that painted on here, just a nice little one coat, that's it, one coat, easy peasy. I love easy peasy DIYs. So now we're going to take some Mod Podge. I'm going to be using the gloss, I can't talk. I'll put a nice thick coat of that on here. We're going to let that dry nice because we are going to do the iron-on method of our Mod Podging these, or decoupaging these napkins on here. So you just want to make sure you get up around the edge real good. You don't have to use the gloss if you don't want. You can use matte, I'm sure. I don't know why I feel like the gloss just seems to work better with this method. It may just be me. But anyway, we're just going to nice coat like that on here. And I'll do the other one off camera because I don't want this to take a billion years here to film. So there we go. Alright, so that is that. You just want to make sure you get those edges good. Because when you get your napkin on there, you don't want it popping up. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more on here because it seems a little bit thin that I spread it out. Alright, let's put a little more. Whoa, there's going to be shiny edges if I do that again. I just want to make sure I get around those edges good again. Alright, and that is that. I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit, let that dry, and then I'm going to size this napkin here and show you guys how we're going to apply these. Alright guys, these are nice and dry. I'm going to set that one over there because I already cut that one out. I'm going to show you how I did this. I just took my napkin. Now, what I love about these napkins is they're fully covered in print. I mean, so you really can't make too much of a mistake here on where you're putting it. If you need a little extra, you can just kind of go over to the other side. You know what I mean? Like over here, it's kind of going to blend in. So now I just need to figure out where I want this to sit. I want it a little bit lower. I want to put some decorations up on the top here. So let's see, we're going to slide this one over right about there, I think. And is that the center? It's pretty close. So I wish I could get that lantern in there, but I'd have to lose all the animals. So we're not going to worry about the lantern. So now I'm just going to kind of trim around this, leaving a little bit of extra on the edges here, just to make it easier. I don't want to cut my jute string. Am I on my jute string? Seriously? Here we go. I don't want to cut that off. Alright, I'm going to cut that jute string off yet. There we go. Let's not do that. Alright, then you got lots of napkins to still work with on another project. These napkins are wonderful. I love them. Alright, so let's cut a lot of the excess off here. So when we're done, we're just going to file these edges off with the nail file. It's really simple, but just to make this a little easier to work with, we are just going to trim this up a little bit. There we go. Nothing fancy. Alright, and then you're going to want to get your other plies off here. I think this is a 3-ply napkin. Yeah, it is. Ooh, look at that. That was too easy. Oh, nope, that's just the 1 ply. Honestly, sometimes I just wet my fingers and pull it apart. There we go. So you want to get that down to the single ply of the napkin. Put those over here. And then you just need to figure out, where did I put my parchment paper now? Ay, ay, ay. I just had it in front of me. I probably knocked it down. I don't know. But anyway, then you're just going to line this up however you want your image. It's kind of upside down for you guys, but I'm going to pull this over as far as I can. I got to find my parchment paper. It was right here. Is it down here? Where the heck? Alright. I don't know where I just sat my whole roll of parchment paper. So as soon as I locate that, we'll come back and do this. Okay, found it. Right in front of my face is where it was over there. Alright, so now we have our image on here right where we want to have it. It's going to be kind of like this here. So we're going to smooth that out as best you can as it's laying down there. Put over your parchment paper. This is just regular parchment paper. I picked this up at Dollar Tree. What is that? 25 square feet. And then I have my iron set on the cotton setting, so it's nice and hot. You can use your little mini irons, whatever iron you have. I got this guy on Amazon. They're really inexpensive. I was surprised. I mean, under 20 bucks. And I love this in here, but you can just use a regular iron. You don't have to have this. And we're just going to iron that on there and make sure I get all the edges really, really, really good. I always overdo, but I don't want anything to be left sticking up at me when we're done. So let's just go over this one more time, just because, and then there we go. And that image is on there. So we're going to let this guy sit. Look, not a wrinkle in sight. So I'm going to let that sit and cool. And then we're going to take our little angel. Same thing with this napkin. It's just loaded with image all the way around. So it was really simple to get this out here. So now I want to get this little deer in here. I want her to, she's looking at those birdies, so I got to get them in there, and I don't want to cut off too much of her. So this is kind of tricky. And I want it to hang straight. That's cute. I think that'll be good. Maybe I just tip this a little this way. Look a little uneven. I gotta get the birdies in there. I think I can lift this up a little tiny bit more. There, I think that'll do. The hardest part is trying to figure out which napkin you want to use. So many pretty napkins. Alright, let me put my other piece of parchment paper here. You can use the same piece over again, but I always tend to just grab another little piece. Alright, so let's get this pretty little angel on here. I love the angels for Christmas. And again, just make sure you're getting your edges real good. These make a cute little gift too for somebody. I cannot wait this week to get back out to Dollar Tree. I am having Dollar Tree withdrawals because I haven't been able to go. I don't want to go there coughing like a maniac. I will throw on a mask anyway. I don't want to get anybody else sick if I still got a little anything. And I don't want to catch anything else either. So, all right, I think that looks good. All right, so we're gonna move you over here to cool off. Let me shut this iron off before I burn myself. All right. So now, when this cools down, this is still a little tiny bit warm, but I think it'll be okay. You're gonna take a nail file or a piece of sandpaper, and then all you gotta do is just go around these edges here like so. Ooh, this is a nice nail file. These are just little ones I got. I don't know where these came from. Maybe Temu. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, you can get the nail files at Dollar Tree. But you just keep going around the edge with the nail file like so, and it peels this off in a perfect little cut. Oh, I can't that piece come off. Don't make a liar out of me. There we go. Anyway, see how that makes a nice perfect... It's not my day to craft, but we're going to keep going. And you can get off any edges that, you know, are sticking up. But look how nice those edges come out. Just with a little bit of sanding. I'm just going to go all the way around like that. And after I finish making all this noise sanding, we'll come back and see how these look. Alright guys, I got that all off of there. Look how cute. I love this. I was going to put some greens and stuff on here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it's really just going to be too big and bulky. It's not going to look right. I was going to use some of these greens up in here. But you know what? I'm not going to. I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to these. I'm going to use some of this crystal glitter. Now this I got many, many moons ago at AC Moore. That's no longer around. I miss that craft store so much. But you can get crystal glitter pretty much anywhere. And it's the real fine stuff. You don't want the real thick, heavy glitter. So I'm just going to add some accents. I thought that would be fun. Just brighten this up a bit. Make it a little sparkly. And I didn't have anything with a really fine tip, so I'm just going to use this little paintbrush. Just paint where I want to put this glitter, and then just sprinkle it on here. And I got this extra paper underneath here so I can dump my glitter back in when I'm done. So let's see how this is going to work here. This is just some Aleene's tacky glue. You can get that pretty much anywhere. And I'm just going to try to just paint some of this on here a little bit in different spots. I want a little bit around his rim of his hat. Not too much. Maybe a little sparkle in his beard. Maybe around his gloves here or his cuff of his sleeve. Just a tad. So let's see how that's going to work out here. Let's sprinkle this on. There we go. And then we just dump it off. Oh, that's adorbs. Adorbs. I don't know if you can see the glitter, the sparkle. So pretty. And then you can just add this wherever you want. I may put a little bit like on the trees here. Just not a lot. Just maybe on the top pieces. Just paint it on where you want it. Let's see, maybe some up in here. And I might be able to just sprinkle this stuff back on there that I had. It fell. Oh, I love that. That is just so pretty. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of this over here on this tree. This way you don't get big globs of glue either. You just paint it on like you're painting anything else. This stuff's very thick though. I do have some other stuff that's not quite as thick. Put a little over here. I hear my little Layla out there yelling because she can't get to me. And my husband just left for work. So she's not a happy girl. Let's see, maybe we can get some more of this on here. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. All right, I don't want too much more on here. I don't want it on the deer. Maybe a little bit here on this bench. It would look cute with the kitty cat. And then maybe just a little bit up here on this tree. What do you think? And I think that will about do it. I know you can't see too good what I'm doing. I'm just adding just a little more here and there. Maybe down here on this tree, just a little bit more. Alright, now I'm going to sprinkle all over because I don't remember where all I put that. So we're just going to sprinkle it everywhere here. I know I put it down by the kitty. Oh, that's perfect. Yep, we're done. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Hopefully you can see the sparkle. My lighting in here is not the best right now. But yeah, love it. So I'm going to do the same thing here with this little angel. Let me dump this back in the jar before I get any further here. All right, let's see. She's just not... She definitely has to have a little sparkle on her wings. So we're going to put a little line up there on the top of that one. We're going to put a nice line up here on the top of this one. Not too much. You know, I don't want the whole thing to be covered in glitter. Just a few accents here and there. All right, let's maybe a few down here in the wings. And I think that should about do it for the little girl. All right, let's glitter her up real quick here. Oh yeah, look how pretty. I hope this is showing up. All right, so then I'm just going to put a little over here on this tree. I don't want a lot on this picture at all. No, I don't. Just a smidge here and there. And I'll probably get carried away as I'm painting here. Some up here on the tree. Just where there's a lot of snow. Maybe down the trunk. Over here by the birdie a little bit. Just kind of painting it onto the, that's why I like doing it this way, because you can just paint it right like on these little branches. All right, let's see, maybe down here just a smidge here and there on the snow. All right, let's get this glitter on here. Ah, love it. Whoops, I stuck my finger right where I wanted some up there. Hopefully there's enough there to hold it. Good. And then after this dries, I'll just brush this off. That is just adorable. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do to these. I think these came out beautiful. Like I said, after they dry, I'll sprinkle or brush off the extra glitter that doesn't belong on there. And then I'll take a nice picture of these to put at the end. And that is it. That's all I'm going to do with these. I'm not going to add any of that other stuff because I think it's just going to take away from it. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you liked and enjoyed this cute little quick and easy DIY. You could make like tons of these like in no time for gifts or craft shows, whatever you want to do. So anyway, that's it. But I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.